Hello, my friend. Welcome to our weekly live chat. Oh my gosh, I did not think that we were going to be talking about this week, but you know, you got to go with what people are talking about, and this is what's happening in our community, on YouTube in general. This is what's happening. So this is what we're talking about. I know some people, you know, don't want to talk about this stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this stuff for the first half, and then the second half we're just going to do like a Q&A kind of situation and talk about whatever everybody that's here live wants to talk about. You all are in control. But I do want to talk about this for a bit because I think that I have kind of a different and possibly controversial opinion on apology videos that I would love to share with you and see what you all think of my opinion. And if it sucks, then I might change my opinion. You know, I just want to bounce it off of you and see what you think. I have strong opinions about apology videos. So, yeah, we got a lot to talk about. But before we do, I do want to quickly say hello to the people that are here live in the collective brain of Makeup Awesomeness because I think you all are amazing. I appreciate you being here. You are super fabulous. And I want to say hello. So I did have to click out and click back in. So the very first people, unfortunately, were erased. And I feel really sad about that. So the first person that I see now is Mander Jack. But I know there were a bunch of people before that. So I apologize that I didn't get to say hello to you. So if you're one of those people, hello to you. Consuelo, good morning to you. Clarissa and Josephine. Sorojan is here. Teresa M.O., good to see you. Like and share the video. Thank you, Teresa. I miss Debbie. I don't know what happened to our Debbie, that she left us. And she hasn't been back in a while. I hope she comes back soon. Debbie, if you watch this, I miss you. I hope that you're doing well wherever you are. Amber, good morning to you. Megan, good morning. Cricket. She says, anyone else exhausted? I think that, you know, that 2020 has been a very exhausting year. It really has been. I mean, but I think that there's a lot of good change that's happening as a result, you know? I mean, I definitely would rather the bad things not ever happen, but I think that if they are going to happen, I'm happy that things may be changing as a result, that there is a silver lining to the bad things. Hopefully. I have hope. Debbie S., good morning to you. So happy you're here. Crispy is here. Crispy Grandpa, good morning to you. And Emily is here. Wendy and Roseanne and Crystal and Makeup with Mia. If there is anybody, I'm sure there's lots of people I did not say good morning to you, but good morning to you. Thank you so much for being here. I want to talk about apology videos today. So we had 2 major apology videos this week to add, well, 3 major apology videos this week to add to our deck of apology videos that we've seen. Oh man, it's like, oh, okay. So let me just, I'm not gonna tease anymore. This is my unpopular opinion about apology videos. The internet has decided, based on people that have apologized well, that there's a certain format that people need to follow in order to apologize. That they need to never use the Notes app, for one. That they should not edit. That's another thing. That they should not wear a gray hoodie. Not sit on their floor, never say but. What else? What are some other things? There are so many things. If you think of other things that people are said, you know, never ever say and do an apology video, leave those down below. But this is my possibly unpopular opinion. I feel like we shouldn't set rules for people on how to apologize. And this is why. Stay with me. I got all the thumbs downs, just bah, 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 bah. This is why. I feel like an apology video is really a window into a person's personality and who they are as a person. And if we set up all these rules, we don't get that window. We get a manufactured apology. We get an apology that someone has done based on the rules of apology videos, and we don't get a genuine view of who that person is. And if they're apologizing for something, I think we want to see the genuine apology of that person to see who that person is, instead of something that's manufactured based on a list of rules. That's my opinion. Oh, never cry. Galeska says, yes, definitely. Killer King. Hey, Josh. White sweater on no editing, floor seats, notes apps. Yeah, all of that. Check out Drench Cosmetics, by the way. Josh is the owner of that Black-owned brand. Audra is here. My friend Audra. Hello, Audra. Thank you for being here. Check out Audra at home. She's amazing. Terror Tuesdays are where it's at. Check out Audra's channel. Yeah, Christina, unedited video. Yeah, I mean, So we've seen these apology videos this week, and the last time I think we saw Jenna, I mean, Jenna Marbles isn't part of the beauty community. She does more comedy, but we saw Jenna apologize before, and I have to admit I did not watch this video, but I heard all about the fish apology. And if you have not heard about the fish apology, apparently, and if I got this wrong, please tell me because I could have gotten it wrong. The fish apologies, she did a video about some fish, and apparently she was not taking care of the fish properly or something, and she got called out for it, and she made this whole long apology about how she should have been more responsible with her fish. And people use that as a wow. Jenna apologizes better about not taking care of a fish than most people. Just very quickly, thank you to Sherry and thank you to Tamra for joining the Collective Brain Elite. I appreciate you so much. I have that as an alternative to Super Chat. And you get your name turns green and you get a little heart next to your name and it's cute and your stamp upgrades and it's fun and you don't get a whole lot. I get it. You don't get a whole lot. It's $1.99. You don't get a whole lot, but it's fun. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. Just you being here makes me so, so happy. Thank you for your view. Thank you for your time. That's what matters. Just throwing that out there. Yeah, I mean, Jess says, I don't trust apology videos. They seem fake and scripted. But see, it's like, okay, so is that like a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation? Because if you don't apologize, then it looks like you're not sorry. But if you do apologize, then it looks like you're fake. So it's like, I think that when we go into an apology video, this is my opinion, okay? And I'm not saying I am the end-all be-all knowledge on these things. I'm just sharing my opinion. I feel like when we go into an apology video, maybe take a moment before we watch it and think, okay, what would I like to see from this person? What could they do to make this better? And I think sometimes there's nothing they can do to make it better. They've messed up beyond the point of return, but sometimes we may think, okay, well, if they say something like this, then maybe it'll be better. Maybe, I'll understand a little more, or maybe I have a question in my mind. But to already judge, this person's doing an apology video before they even say anything, maybe it's because of what they've done. I don't know. I guess that's up to the individual person. But anyway, back to Jenna. So people praised Jenna for that apology video about her fish. People were like, that's the way people should be apologizing, blah, 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 blah. Because this was a while ago. This was, I think this was like Dramageddon 1, Dramageddon 2. I don't know when that was, but it was a while ago. And then she came out with her apology video a few days ago, where she was apologizing for big bad things, the big bad, the blackface, the singing a racial stereotype, just racist stuff. And then there was one other one, and for some reason my brain is I'm forgetting it. And she was so upset. She said, you know what? I've realized that on this channel, I haven't been the person that I want to be. And I don't think that because of that, I don't think this channel represents who I want to be. So I'm not going to, basically she said she's not going to upload to the channel anymore is what I got from it. That she may be back on YouTube, but she's done with Jenna Marbles for that reason. And I think that was very telling. I think that was very telling of, who she is as a person, And the other thing I really appreciated about her video is that she didn't hide it. She spun her computer around and she showed you, this is me pretending to be Nicki Minaj. This is me. This is what I did. Look at it. This is what I did. And I'm telling you, and even if you didn't know about it now, I'm showing you now, this is what I did. I want you to know who I was because I want you to be able to make an educated decision about whether you want to watch me or not. So this is who I was. And I just admired that so much because I feel like with apology videos, a lot of people say the bare minimum. They will say what they feel like they need to say in order to get through the apology video and lose as few followers as possible. Like it's not, and I'm not saying, but I'm not saying that people should do what Jenna did. I'm saying that it's telling. It's telling when you give vague references to something instead of saying outright, this is what I did. Yeah, Bree in Maryland says, only apologize if you're truly sorry, otherwise it comes off as fake. Yeah, I agree with you. And I think that people don't give credit to viewers for being smart. I swear I have the smartest audience on the entire platform of YouTube. Except for maybe the biophysicists. Like maybe they might have a leg up on us. But other than that, I think we have this like the smartest. Is there a biophysicist community on YouTube? I would imagine there is. I don't know. But you guys are so stinking smart. And like, I respect that so much. But I don't think that everyone gives their audience credit for their intelligence and being able to spot whether they're truly sorry or not. And I think some people are just better with words than others. I think some people are just, I don't know. I mean, it's really hard to tell what's really happening because there has been so much shadiness that happens within YouTubers. Thank you to Jackie, and thank you so much to Taylor for joining the elite. I appreciate you so much. Welcome. Thank you. Let's see. Michelle says, we need to understand what apologies are yours to accept, what apologies are yours to accept, and what apologies that you use to mold opinions, but since they don't affect you, it's not up to you if they get redemption. Totally. And I think that it's hard because you want to have your own perspective on what's happening. You want to be able to have your own perspective, but understanding that there are certain things that your perspective does not allow for. When you live a life that does not allow for certain experiences, then you don't know, and you will never know what it feels like to go through those experiences. You can imagine what it may feel like based on things that you've gone through, but you'll never truly know what that truly feels like. So I think that that's where there needs to be awareness in the person's mind when they're watching these and forgiving is, do I have the awareness and the experience to understand the pain that this caused? Like, let me dip my toe into the Shane Dawson situation. When he apologized for blackface, when he apologized for saying the N-word, that makes me feel awful that he did those things. It makes me feel disgusted. It makes me feel just horrified that he did those things because I know the history of blackface and I know the pain that I've seen on people's faces when they hear that word, coming in that kind of, I feel that, but I will never truly know. Never truly know. I can't truly know the pain. It's not possible, and it's not my fault, but I have to respect that I'll never truly know. In contrast, when the video came out of him doing inappropriate things to a picture of Willow Smith, who was 11 years old, I have a daughter who's 12. And as a mother, seeing that just horrified me as a mother. That's something that I can relate to on a personal level. And I don't think that we should be ashamed of feeling something more deeply because it affects us personally. But at the same time, we need to make sure we are respecting that we have, this is my opinion. I'm not telling you what to do. This is my opinion. So I get people telling me that I'm telling people what to do. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you my opinion. I feel that we need to make sure we respect the fact that we can't possibly have the experiences that will allow us to be affected the same way that other people be affected. I hope that makes sense. So I don't know. I mean, let me see what y'all are saying. Yeah, Sarah's basically saying she saw Petty Page's video, which I have not seen, about, it was, I guess, I'm assuming it was clips of different Shane Dawson, different things. Hearing about the jokes is different than seeing them. And as somebody who started watching Shane when he did the Graveyard Girl thing, that was my first experience with Shane. I knew that he had done some things in his past, and I knew that he had, that's how he got his comeuppance, was through doing all of this stuff. I didn't know. I didn't do my due diligence. I didn't do my research. I did know some things. Don't get me wrong. I did know, as things started to come out, but I was talking to Audra last night, and I was like, it's kind of like if you're at a restaurant and you get a hair in your food, and you're like, oh, that's disgusting. I just won't eat that part. And then you find another hair, and you're like, okay, that's my deal breaker. There's two now. And you have to decide when the food is just too gross to eat. It's some hairy food. It's some hairy food. And then you have to decide whether you're going to go back to the restaurant or not based on this experience. And that's kind of the way I see with YouTubers, is you have to decide whether the hairy food incident is bad enough to realize that this restaurant is unsanitary and you no longer want to view it. You no longer want to go there. Or if you want to say, hey, I'm not going to go to that restaurant in a while and I'm going to wait until they get good reviews again. Let's see if they can change. Let's see if they can put their money where their mouth is, and let's see if they can get good reviews on Yelp before I go back. Maybe I'm not going to go back for the next year, and I'm going to see what that restaurant does and see if they can do better, and then maybe I'll go back in a year. And that's up to the individual person where your line is. But I think that it is important to take into perspective that you don't have the perspective on certain things, no matter what it is. This is just my take on it. Yeah, I keep seeing Bree's comments for some reason. Bree says one major issue with Shane and others like him is that the days of being an edgelord are gone, and they're still trying to 2011 humor in 2020 when most people abandoned it, moved on. It seems like, okay, this is the thing, is it seems like a lot of them have moved on from, well, not all of them, but a lot of them have moved on from the 2011, 2010 humor. But Audra was mentioning to me, because I've been talking to Audra a lot, is that Shane didn't private his blackface videos until like a month ago. It's like, why weren't those privated earlier? Why wasn't the merch taken down earlier? You know, like, I don't know. I should ask him. I don't know. Not sure. Amira says, I'd only watch the Graveyard Girl content, and even then I didn't like him, but after finding out about the blackface, I never watched another video. So that was the hair in your food. Like, you're like, no, heck no, I'm not going back to this restaurant. I'm done. Yeah, okay, so Tati UK75 says, it concerns me that this has deflected attention away from Jeffree Star. Where is his day of reckoning? I think that it's already here. I definitely think that it's already here. I have not said this publicly. I've said this privately for a little while, as that I'm not reviewing his products ever again. I have no, it's not going to happen. And there's a long story of why I ever did it, and I don't want to sit here and make excuses of why I did review his products for a while. There was a reason, and some people think it's a stupid reason. I mean, I think I just wanted to review makeup, man. I just wanted to review makeup, and I was getting stuck. You know, I'll just tell you, because I feel like you need context now, and I can't just leave you on that. I wanted to review makeup. I have a whole video about it when I switched this. And people said to me, well, if you don't review Jeffree Star, then you shouldn't be reviewing Too Faced because of what Jared Blandino with the Black Lives Matter cake. And so I canceled Jeffree Star, I canceled Too Faced. Now, if you don't review Too Faced, you shouldn't review Tarte, because they had the issue with the shade range and how pathetic that situation was. And it just kept snowballing. And it's like, how do I keep track? Like, how can I possibly do my job if all the brands are canceled for one reason or another? And my goal was not to be a hypocrite. That is one of the worst insults you can say to me, is to call me a hypocrite. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to be fair to everybody. And I'm going to say the only way I'm not going to review it is if they have poor customer service, because that is directly affecting the consumer. And I'm just going to review whatever, because, I got into this to review makeup, and I just want to review makeup. So I did that for a while. And then it was pointed out to me that, if one person has a poor customer service experience, who am I to discount that and say that that's not valid, even though, 90 people had a positive experience and then one person had a negative experience? Is that poor customer service? Like, where's the line of poor customer service? What does it mean? What does poor customer service mean? So then on Twitter, I guess it was a while ago, it was months ago, I was like, you know what? Now forget it. I'm not going to put any disclaimers out there. I'm just going to review whatever I want to review. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And that's it. I'm done. But I never said anything on YouTube. So I'm still not going to make rules for myself. But I will tell you, I'm not going to review Jeffree Star stuff. Period. Done. It's just I'm so grossed out. I'm just so grossed out. And he's been a crudball for a long time. He's always been a crudball. He's been a crudball since my first video that I did on the Beauty Killer palette back in 2016. And he hasn't stopped being a crudball. Like, that's the thing, is it's all about whether the hair is still in the food. And the hair is still in the food. And it is hairy. It's like somebody shaved into the food. Like somebody just took their big old hairy beard and shaved into the food when it comes to Jeffree Star. So that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm going to review what I want to review, and I don't want to review Jeffree Star stuff. I don't want to review it. I'm not going to review it. I don't want to do it. I never really wanted to do it, except for the conspiracy palette. That was the only thing I wanted to review because of the series, and I'm admitting to you I enjoyed the series. That was the only thing I wanted to. It's sitting down there. That's why I'm looking at it. That's the only thing I wanted to review. The rest of it, I was just trying not to be a hypocrite. So anyway, enough about me. Yeah, Rachel says, why is everyone glossing over Trisha Paytas' racist past? She's trying to get the heat off Shane and Jeffree by talking about David. She knows her racist past. I don't know anything about David Dobrik, to be honest. I've seen very small clips of his videos. I know nothing about him. I have watched some Trisha Paytas videos, and she is gross as far as her behavior. I'm just going to say it. Like, her behavior is gross. I mean, she does things purposely to hurt people, and she doesn't care. She does not care. She doesn't care who she hurts. And it's gross. And people have asked me what I think of the Trisha Paytas subscription box. I don't know, and I don't care. I watched Alexandria Ryan did an unboxing of her subscription box, and I'm like, I looked at it and I was like, that's not good stuff. But I'm never gonna buy it and put it on my channel. So hopefully I'm not butchering your name. Aofi, there's so many vowels. I'm so sorry, Rose. What should people do if they have loads of cosmetics from certain brands and want to review them? I feel like I'm going to waste so much makeup and people are going to chastise me for certain brands. This is the way that I personally feel about it. I feel like if you have purchased something, then you shouldn't. I don't see any reason to throw away and waste makeup that you already purchased. If it grosses you out to use it and you don't like it and you don't want it in your life, then give it to a good home. You know, send it over. If it's a powder product, send it over to, what's the one that Taylor recommends that she works with? Project Beauty Share. Send it over to Project Beauty Share. And they help women in need. You know, you can, but I don't see any reason to destroy it or throw it away. As far as using it in a video, I won't be using Jeffree Star products in videos because I don't even want to talk about his products in my videos. And I know I'm talking about his products right now, which is, that's, a problem. But what I need to say it at some point. But, I think that, we're using makeup off camera, and I don't see a reason not to use it off camera. But as far as on camera, it's like, my personal thing is I'm not using it on camera. I have no reason to, but you have to make the choice of what's best for you. And whether you see using his makeup on camera as a promotion. If you see it as a promotion, then you shouldn't use it on camera. There's so much makeup coming out, Yes, Just That Hufflepuff says, I love Alexandria Ryan. I think she's a good example of the majority of the community, unproblematic and just having fun with makeup. I love Alexandria Ryan. She's amazing. If you like subscription boxes, highly recommend. She is so funny. I adore her. Absolutely adore her. Yeah, Deanna says, I love how Jeffree's version of Damage Control is going on a date with a black man and posting him doing Jeffree's makeup on his channel. I saw the thumbnail. I didn't watch that video. I don't watch his stuff. Yeah, I don't, I didn't watch it. I'm not clicking on it. And that's the thing that's really important for us to remember too, is that every time we click on somebody's video, we are supporting them financially. And if we want people, and socially, we're supporting them. So if we want people to go away, and again, I know I'm doing a whole video about this, so I'm part of the problem. If we want people to go away, we need to stop watching their content and stop talking about them, is what it comes down to. So, yeah. Rachel says David donated $50,000 to Black Lives Matter. He puts his money where his mouth is and was at the protest for 3 days straight. He's not problematic. She is deflecting. She is deflecting. Yeah, I don't know anything about him. I honestly don't know. Different Deanna says Alexandria Ryan is a national treasure. Totally agree. Totally agree. Yeah, Terry says if you've already bought it, they already have your money, use it, review it with disclaimers, give it away, whatever, but throwing it out is wasteful and does nothing. I agree. Yeah. So anyway, so my point of all this part, because we're starting to wind down the first half, is that I personally feel like that, telling YouTubers or public figures that they shouldn't apologize in a certain way is counterproductive to learning who that person is. I feel like we should allow them to apologize any way that they feel they should, and that will give us an insight into who that person is. That's my opinion. Oh, V says, it's okay, Jen. We need to talk about this, so carry on. Thank you. I think we do. I think we need to talk about it as a community. And I think that, we need to have individual plans of what we choose to do. Yeah, Jade says we should actually cancel people and just not pay attention to them like bye. Exactly. If you don't want someone to succeed, stop watching their content. Stop sharing their content. Stop being outraged and sharing it. Just let them disappear into the ether. Let it go. Let it go. Right? So, people are saying something about Nikita and a prayer candle. I have no idea. I have no idea. Yeah, Zaddy Doll says certain mistakes a person can't recover from. And like I said, I think it's about the hair and the food. You have to decide whether you want to go back to that restaurant ever again or if this is inexcusable forever. And I think that's an individual decision for each person. Yeah, Amira says when the Smiths got involved, that was the end. My heart broke when I saw, Jada's post as a mother. And I've always felt like, this is kind of stupid, but I've always felt like close to that family in a way because she is from my area. And like, I one of my options of places to get married was the place that her and Will got married. Like, it was this beautiful castle, and that was one of my options, but we ended up getting married to someone else. But anyway, I just always felt a special connection to that family. And to see that, like, it broke my heart. And her brother too. I mean, and who knows how Willow's feeling, who knows how Will's feeling. I mean, it's awful. It's awful. And I know all of this was years ago. I know that, people change and grow, and we just, everybody has to make their individual choice of whether they're going to go back to the restaurant or not. And I think actions speak louder than words. The actions have to be there. Actions speak louder than words. Kelly and Gemma, thank you so much for joining the Collective Brain Elite. I appreciate you so much. Elizabeth says if they weren't doing anything reprehensible, they wouldn't have to apologize. I don't want drama with the beauty content. I get ya. I hear ya. Devers, when do you think Jeffree will go down? I'm not concerned about Jeffree. Like, I hate thinking like we just want to bring somebody down. I like to think of it as people being held accountable for the kind of person that they are. And it's up to the individual people. I mean, we all have to decide as a group that we are no longer going to click. We have to, and it has to be massive. I mean, I think Kat Von D is an example of what lack of clicks can do. And it can happen to anybody. Yeah, Patty says you can't cancel someone without sharing why you think they should be canceled, so you have to talk about them. That's true. It's a good point. All right, we are at 29 minutes, so I'm going to wrap up this topic, and we're just going to do after this and ask me anything. If I was in T from Nappy Headed Jojoba, I was in her live stream last night, and they were talking about pizza for like 10 minutes. So, I mean, if y'all want to talk about pizza, we can talk about pizza. We can talk about whatever you want. You want to ask me something crazy that you've always wanted to know? You want to ask me something like, I'm very much an open book. But before we do that, I do want to tell you what's on my face. So let's pause that for a second. There are certain things, of course, that are, extremely personal that I don't want to talk about. But for the most part, I would say 95% of my life, I have no problem sharing with you. So, all right, on my face today, the Natasha Denona Bronze Palette. I purchased this. This was so easy to work with today. Today's the first day I used it, and it was so easy to work with. Like, I was very impressed. Very impressed. I haven't used a new Natasha Denona palette. The newest Natasha Denona palette I have is the Lila/Lila palette. I like calling it the Lila palette because that's my daughter's name. But it is, I believe, pronounced Lila for her. And I didn't really like that one a whole lot. That was not my favorite. So this one, I've really been enjoying this. It's quite pricey, but I've really been enjoying it. At least today. I'm saying I've really been enjoying it. Like I've been using it forever. I just use it first time today. Okay, so I use this shade Ridge, I used Suntan, and I used Magma as far as like my crease colors. And then I use this shade Bliss. That's the pinky shade you're seeing. And then I use Silk in the inner corner is that shade. On my lower lash line, and then a little bit of Deep Dive in the outer corner. My lower lash line, I have Rhodium, this guy right here, and some Silk on my lower lash line. Let me just swatch this Bliss shade for you. Oh my gosh. It's so pretty. Actually, I'll swatch a few of these just so you can see them because they're fun. Do a matte shade too. This pink is just so fun. This is what makeup's about right here. I don't know why that's getting stuck so hard. When you see a swatch get stuck like that, it means that it's probably going to be difficult to blend out. That it's going to take some work to get it to blend out. I didn't have that trouble with that today though that I remember. Hold on. Well, actually, no. You know what? Let it be. I'm just letting it stay on my arm. Whatever. I'm going to just rub it in. Okay, on my cheeks today, I use the Natasha Denona Bronze Cheek Palette. I use this shade. This shade is so weird. I'm just going to wipe this on my pants. Don't judge me. Okay. This shade right here looks like it's like a, I don't know, like a purpley almost shade. But that's what I have on my cheeks today. It's like orange. Isn't that weird? Like you look at it in the pan and you look at the swatch, it's totally different. Super weird. And then this is my highlight today. This other cream one. Again, just like, I don't know if you can see it. Let me do another swatch. Like it's got like a duochrome shift to it. It's got like a pink shift to it. It reminds me of Mars from Milk Makeup. I didn't use the other two yet. And then on my lips today, I have one of my favorite Ofra liquid lipsticks in Verona. This is PR. These two are purchased. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this on my arm because I don't feel like getting up to get a towel. Okay, so Joe says Accountageddon. I heard it called Carmageddon is what I heard, which I kind of like. I like Carmageddon. All right. Tracy, has Natasha Denona had a cool tone palette? I think the Lila palette was, because it was all like purpley shades, but that definitely had some warm shades in there too. This is my first Natasha Denona palette in a while. It's getting fingerprints all over it, so if that bothers you, that's not going to be a good thing. Nerdling full pizza, but even better. What is that? Spanakopita? I don't know what that is. You know many things I don't know what it is. I was offended last night in T's live stream though, because I was offended. I have to say, I was offended. She said some very derogatory, terrible things about people who like, I don't know if derogatory is the right word, but some terrible things about people who like pineapple on their pizza. And that is my pizza of choice. So T and I may get in a fight and she will probably win, to be honest. But yeah, I was highly offended. Highly offended. Hans Plan's favorite Juvia's Place palette is the original Warrior palette. Love that. Yes, Sandy, I have a collab with a brand coming out soon. I believe my announcement video will be very soon. Very soon. I'm very excited to share it with you. So excited. Cannot wait. Let me see how many days. Like a weekish, a little over a week until I get to announce it to you. And then it'll be on sale at the end of July. And I'm very, very, very excited. So that's coming. Very, very happy about that. Oh my gosh, Amira says T isn't wrong. Now we have problems. I thought we were friends. Now we have problems. Matilda says, I really like the sultry palette for cool looks. I love the ABH sultry palette. Absolutely. Oh, someone told me what that was. Okay, so apparently, okay. Ginger Genie says spanakopita is a Greek puff pastry with feta cheese and spinach. That sounds amazing. Tiffany PK knows what it is. Yeah, I don't know. Hawaiian's my favorite too, Tati, UK. Mia says the only fruit that goes on pizza is tomato. I disagree. That's my pizza of choice. If it doesn't have pineapple on it, I'll eat it, but I definitely won't like it as much. I'm a big pineapple person. Yes. It reminds me of, what is that? Renee says, the pineapple stays. What's her name? Pretty Pastel Please, where she's got her bird and she's like, the bird stays. Britt wants to know if I got any. Check out Britt's YouTube channel, Britt Clark. Jen, did you get any of the new Patrick Ta summer collection? I did not. I am allowing myself one purchase a month right now. Due to the current financial situation, I'm allowing myself one purchase a month. And my purchase this month is the Natasha Denona stuff. Last month, it was the Uma Beauty. This month, it's Natasha Denona. For July, who knows? Yeah, Susan says, oh my gosh, buying whatever you're collabing. Yay. Well, I only want you to buy it if you like it. Honestly, like I'm telling you, like nothing irks me more about influencer collabs when the influencer's like, buy this to support me. It's like, no, don't do that. There was a Tarte collab where it was like, support me by purchasing. It's like, no. If you want it, if you like it, then definitely, please, I would love it if you would buy it, if you enjoy it, if you're excited about it. But if you're not excited about it and you don't want it, please don't buy it. Like I don't want you to have something and you to spend money on something you know you're not going to use just to support me. Like, please don't do that. Like, I mean that from my soul. And it'll probably be in my launch video too. Like, please. With Tati, I have no idea what's going on with Tati. I have no idea. She's put out some cryptic tweets with music. I don't know. I've given up trying to figure it out. I don't know. Yeah, El Rose says, I cried when Jenna said she might not come back. You know, I haven't watched a lot of Jenna Marbles content. I do enjoy it when I do watch it. I don't know why I don't watch as much. I don't know why, because I feel like every time I click on one, I like it. So I don't know why I don't watch more. I mean, I guess it's like trying new socks or whatever. Like her titles are like, why do I want to see you try new socks? But then I click on it and it's hilarious and amazing. And it's like, why? Why didn't I click on more of these? I don't know. So it seems like she's going to keep her channel up. So hopefully I'll be able to go back and watch some. Amber says Hawaiian plus buffalo sauce plus jalapeno peppers. I cannot do jalapeno peppers, but that does sound pretty good. Hawaiian with buffalo sauce. That's so interesting. Kelly wants to know what my July purchase is going to be. I have no idea. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, Jen says, I think Jenna will be back. She'll probably reinvent herself as something else. It's kind of sad because Jenna Marbles is like Jenna and her dog kind of thing. Yeah, Cheyenne says, are there people who actually eat anchovies on pizza? Actually, I don't think I want to know. Yeah, I don't know. My husband likes anchovies. I don't think he eats them on pizza, though. Yeah, Mrs. Unnecessary. Do you ever get to the place where you just want to say, I don't care about so-and-so anymore? That's the way I felt. And I'm just telling you, like, as a YouTube viewer to a YouTube viewer, that's the way I felt about the Gabbie Hanna stuff that was just going down. It's like, I don't care. I just don't care. I don't have energy for things. I have energy for things I care about, and I just don't care. I don't care enough. And like, it's not that I don't care that she's a human being with feelings and all of that. Like I think that all human beings have feelings, and that's fine. I just don't care about the drama. I don't. I think that's pretty much died down at this point. But I just stopped. I was like, why am I watching this? I don't care. I'm not. That's just where I was. Sometimes my honesty gets me in trouble because I'm just like, why are you talking bad about other YouTubers? I'm just sharing my opinion. And it's like, I don't know her. I don't know. Okay. Amira says, I think she just already unhappy with the channel and just over it. She has her podcast and channel still. That's good. Okay, cool. Raluca says, would you do a Shop My Stash video soon? I did do one. I guess it was like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, something like that. I did one. Let's see, Patricia, why don't Jen do videos on new makeup releases? Your thoughts on them? Well, one reason why I haven't done a lot of videos on new makeup releases is because there haven't been a lot of exciting new makeup releases that I've been interested in. The other reason is that I work really hard on them. I spend days filming, editing those videos. And lately, the view payoff on those has not been good. Where I'll spend 3 days, I'll spend a week or two trying something, and then I'll spend 2 or 3 days filming, researching, taking notes, filming, editing, uploading, and it'll get half the views of other content. So, what it comes down to is, you guys really dictate what I put on my channel. If you watch it, I'll make it, and it's like, that's what it comes down to. And I hate to say that, but it's true. I want to make content that people want to watch. And to me, when people don't watch it to the proportion of other content, that tells me that people aren't interested in it. And if people aren't interested in it, it's like, but I was planning on doing a full video on these. I don't know if I am or not. I might just put them in a favorites and fails. I might do a full review. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I just got them in the mail. So, and I'm going to be late to review them. And that's the other thing. When I do full reviews on new products, they're always a week or two later than the first reviews. And people are like, I don't care about this anymore, because it takes a while to test something. And people like some people like first impressions, some people don't. But the view count on first impressions are much higher when people rush into reviews than when people actually try something for a long period of time because the buzz has died down. And I did do some first impressions and they did well, but then if I change my mind later, I feel like I've misled people and I don't want to do that. That sucks. So I like to try things for at least a week, but that's not the way YouTube works. YouTube, you have to get it up early. And there's already tons of videos on this stuff. So I don't know. So that's why, Patricia. And you're not the only one that wonders that. So I'm glad you asked that. Lisette, do you think Susan Yara can bounce back? Sure, I do. I think that she can. I think that this was a misstep, and I think especially if she's just honest about things. I'm just like I said in the end of my video that I did about it, before her apology video, I was like, all right, well, she made a mistake. She's apologizing on Instagram. She feels bad about it. She does, she misled people on purpose. She misled people, and anybody that says any different didn't watch the videos where she was purposely misleading people into saying that the product was good. If you didn't see my video on this, I'm sorry. I can't go over it all over. I talked about it, What's Up Makeup today. I did a full video on it. I'm not gonna go over the whole story again. You can watch this for context, please. But I feel like, she purposely promoted and said how amazing her own products were, knowing that they were her own products. They were her own products. No matter what she tells you, they were her own products. She developed them. They specifically had specific ingredients. She says this herself. They had specific ingredients that she wanted to be in the products. They were her products. Whether she signed on as a formal anything is irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant because she was involved in developing the brand with an investor. This is a person who invests in people who want to start companies. This was not a makeup brand that asked her to be on as a consultant. That's not who this person is. This person is an investor in new brands. That's not what that company does. So she says she didn't want biased opinions, but yet she promoted it to her audience, which would automatically create bias.
it's going to create bias, because if I buy, let's say I trust Susan 100%. I don't want to talk about this for too terribly long, but I didn't say this in the video and I want to add this. So everything all right? Okay. You know, I totally lost my train of thought. So like, let's say I trust Susan 100% and I think that she's amazing, and I buy things, and I've bought all this stuff, and everything she's ever recommended to me works. I trust her. She recommends Naturium. Like, Susan says it's amazing. It's at a great price point. I look at the ingredients. They look like they're going to work for me. I'm going to buy them. And then let's say I don't like them. My thought is immediately going to be, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Because Susan loves them. So what did I do wrong that is making it so this isn't working for me? Or maybe it's just not meant for my skin type, because I'm trusting her. So immediately, as soon as she started promoting those products, she was creating bias in her own audience to love the product without ever trying them. And then to come and say the reason why she didn't tell people is because she didn't want people to be biased. But the question was, do I think she could come back from this? Absolutely. I think she can. You know, especially if she moves on quickly from it as fast as she can. And that's because people forget. Is it right? No. But I think that she can move on from this. And like I said before, is this the worst thing anybody's ever done? No. I mean, it's not. It's not the worst thing anybody's ever done. She's not the most awful person to ever be on YouTube. You know? So anyway, that's how I feel about that. What's up, buddy? What's up? Come here, Sam. Come here. Do you want to see my dog? Let's say hi, Sam. Come here. Come here, buddy. You want to come up here? Come here. Come here. Come here. Where are you going? He's not coming up. He doesn't want to come up. I'll just pet him from down here. You going to pull him up?
Come here.
Okay.
Come here, you big baby.
Okay. Sam wants to come, but doesn't want to come say hi, but we're making him. He likes to walk like that, by the way. He likes to walk like a person.
He likes to give hugs.
He does give big hugs. He's got this bandage on his leg because he has a sore, and we're trying to get it to heal.
Haley's napping right now.
Yeah.
And Haley doesn't like the camera.
Yeah. Haley doesn't like the lights. Hi, buddy.
Say hello.
He's my big baby. He's my big baby. Sarah wants to know if I've tried the Kaja Beauty Bento shadows. I have not, but they look amazing. Yeah, he's amazing. He's a good puppy. He's a good boy. I love him so much. He's such a big baby. He really is.
There you go.
All right. We got to see a puppy. Thank you, husband. I appreciate you.
The other puppy is upstairs snoring.
Yeah. Aww.
We just took a walk.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
All right, kiddo.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for dropping by, Sam. You going to hang out with me, or are you going to go with Daddy? Where are you going to go? All right. McKenna says, coming from a licensed esthetician perspective, I'd be blaming Susan or the company, but I watch your videos and learn from you, and you're a great source of info, so I hope you don't ever... Oh, thank you so much, McKenna. I appreciate you. I try really hard to give solid information. I'm not perfect. Sometimes I make mistakes, but I try to use the most reputable sources that I can find, and I really try hard not to give you information that's not right. Oh, Michelle is using the new emoji that I added. If you do : brain : you will get my little brain picture for the collective brain that I put up yesterday. I think anybody can use it. I don't think you have to be in the elite to use it. I think anybody can use it, but I'm not sure. You might have to be in the elite. I don't know. I've never done it before. I just figured I'd put one up there. Makeup says, so calm. Calm dog equals calm home. Yes. Both my dogs are so calm. They're both like the sweetest babies ever. Like, Haley, if she, like, let's say my kids are annoying her, she'll go, but she won't bite. She won't bite. She won't scratch. She just goes, like, I'm annoyed with you. They don't mess with him as much. They just think she's really cute. So if she's sleeping, they'll like try to grab her, pick her up or whatever. And she's like, Yes, Mackenzie says Sam is a Brittany Spaniel for everyone who asks. Thank you so much. Teresa, my husband is a sweetheart. He is. My husband is the best thing that's ever happened to me. He's amazing. He's an incredible, incredible person. Like, I talk to him all the time about how lucky I am to have him. Like, he's amazing. Oh, look at all the brains! Brains! And it's funny because I hate zombies, but that's so awesome. I love all your brains. Look at all your brains. You guys are so cute. I love you. That's so cool. Yes. Look at all the brains. Anybody can do it. I love it. That's so funny. So you have to do not semicolon, colon. I'm sorry, Brianna. I said semicolon. Jennifer and Brianna are doing semicolons. It's colons, not semicolons. It's colons. That's my fault. I obviously don't know my punctuation. Burns. Yes. How did I meet him? Katie says. Okay, so my story of meeting my husband. So we met at a New Year's party, and I think that it's a fate thing. Honestly, I believe in it. So I was in college, and I had friends that invited me out. I've told the story 100,000 times, but I have friends that invited me to go out for New Year's, and they were going to go to the bar we always went to. And I said to them, I just got this feeling in my gut. I was like, I can't go to this bar with these same people and see the same place. And I just want to do something different. Like, I don't want to be here. I need to go. So my friend Amy, she was going down to a party in Virginia. And I was like, Amy, can I go with you? Like, she had invited me, but I'd already had plans with like my main group of people that I hung out with. And I was like, Amy, can I go with you? I need to go somewhere for New Year. She's like, sure. So as we're driving down there, she's like, you might like my brother. And I was like, really? I was like, is he the one that does tattoos? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, how old is he again? She's like, he's 20. And I was like, 20? I was 24. She's like, she's 20? I was like, what am I supposed to do with a 20-year-old? He can't even go to the bar with us. Like, what if I date him, like, what do I do with a 20-year-old? Like, that's just, it's too big of an age difference. I don't think that's going to work. So we pull up to the house. It's like a house party. We pull up to the house, and there's John walking up the driveway. And I was like, oh, he is kind of cute. Interesting. So, party's going on. There's a bunch of people there or whatever. I don't know why some people's brains aren't working. Some people's brains are working. Some people aren't. I don't know why. So anyway, so we get to the party and we're drinking and we're having fun. And, my friend and I were drinking Jack Daniels, the wine cooler things, like the red juicy stuff. I forget what they're called, but we're drinking it out of the bottle. I mean, like, we're just getting completely drunk. And somehow John and I ended up making out in a car. Like, it just happened, and then I lost my glasses. Like, I think I was trying to look cuter without my glasses on. So I took my glasses off. I lost my glasses. And oh, is she awake?
Go ahead.
So anyway, this is my story. So anyway, I love all the brains. You guys are so cute. So anyway, so we ended up making out, and then, like how it gets a little heavy, and I didn't want anything else to happen. I just wanted kisses. Like, I didn't want anything else to happen. So we went inside the house from the car, and I ended up pretending to fall asleep on the couch because I wanted it to just be like, I was like done, I was ready to go to bed, and I just didn't want anything else to happen. So wake up in the morning and I'm expecting him to be just a jerk, because that's kind of what happens when you impromptu end up making out with somebody in a car while you're drunk, is like, they're like, sup, and it's like, that's the end. I woke up and he was like, hi, how are you? How'd you sleep? And he gave me like a big hug and like all this stuff. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. Okay. And he asked me for my phone number and all that. Oh, I conveniently left out, not conveniently, but I accidentally left out the part at the party where he was super weird. Like, really weird. He had piercings all over his face. He's totally different than what he is now as far as the way he looks. He had piercings all over his face. I mean, he was a pincushion. He had piercings here. He had his tongue pierced. He had his ears pierced multiple times, gauged out. He had his nose pierced here. Like, he had his lips pierced. Like, he was like a pincushion. And he was carrying around this weird doll on his shoulders. Like this, those big plastic dolls that you can get at the store, like, that are like the life-size dolls or whatever. He had one of those, but she was all messed up. He had like found her in a dumpster or something, and like she had like wires coming out of her head, and she had been burned. Like, when they got her, she was already like burned up, and like she was a mess. And he's carrying her on his shoulders, and his ex-girlfriend was there that they had broken up a few weeks ago, and she had bought the baby doll clothes, so he was like putting clothes on the doll. I mean, he was weird. He was really weird. But to me, I was like, this person's very interesting. Like, I wanted to know, like, who this person was and why he's so confident to walk around a party with this doll on his shoulders. Like, it was just weird. But anyway, after that, we ended up going out. I was kind of ignoring his calls because I was playing hard to get. I was ignoring his attempts to get my attention, and he finally got me through my friend Amy, that was his stepsister, and we ended up going out on like a date-ish kind of thing. And then it wasn't very long before he moved in with me. I want to say it was like a month before he was living with me, because we were he was living in Pennsylvania at the time and I was living here, and we would just drive back and forth to each other's houses, like a 2.5-hour drive. And sometimes he would get off third shift at the warehouse he was working at. He would drive down, stay with me, and just sleep at my house. I would get up to go to school in the morning, and he would leave. And it was like he would just drive down just to sleep at my house. Like, we just wanted to be with each other, like, all the time. So it was just one of those things. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Susan says, I think the doll he was carrying was one of those adult dolls. It wasn't. It was like it was a baby doll. It was a straight up baby doll, those plastic baby dolls. It wasn't an adult doll, I promise. It was not a sex doll. Everybody's saying it was not, I promise you. She still exists somewhere. She was one of those plastic, like, she was a toy. She was like one of those, she was not a sex doll, I promise. She was not a blow up doll. No. Jamie says, Jen met the one nice hot guy on earth, which is why I'm still single. I don't know. I got really, really lucky. So Josie wants to see a picture of young us. I don't have one on my phone. That was before phones. That was when I had I probably had my razor, my pink razor back then, my Motorola razor. But I don't have any pictures. I have some pictures somewhere, but I'd have to like search and find. Maybe if I can find one, I'll show you. Yeah, he's just amazing. So I'm glad you like my story, Rebecca. It's the truth. Yeah, Jessica, my size Barbie. I don't know. It was, like the life-size dolls, but yeah. But anyway. Oh, I'm an Amy from Virginia too. Nice. Yeah. So Amy and I went to college together. So Dark Angel says a sex doll is a toy, but this is like a legit, you buy it at Toys R Us toy. I promise. It was not an Annabelle doll. Oh, Laura says you remind me of me and my husband. Oh, I love that. I'll take that as a compliment. Lolita says, thank you for the heartwarming story about your husband. Needed to hear something nice today. It really is. He's amazing. He's an incredible person, and he's so sick smart. His work ethic is ridiculous. When I met him, he was working third shift at a warehouse. And he was doing his tattoo apprenticeship during the day. So he would, like, his work ethic is ridiculous. So he would work all night. He would sleep. And then he would wake up and go to his tattoo apprenticeship where he was, mopping floors and cleaning equipment and trying to learn how to tattoo. And he was busy. It was crazy. It was crazy, his life. And then after that, when he was going to open his studio, he was 24, I want to say, when he opened his studio, 23 maybe when he opened his studio. And he had to go through this huge process of opening up a tattoo studio. So during that, he wasn't working. So we were living on my first year teacher salary, which was not a lot, in an apartment that was way too hot. We were on the top floor of an apartment, and the air conditioning never worked. And he was delivering pizzas at one point. He was delivering pizzas and trying to get his shop open. And then the Baltimore shop fell through because of zoning. And then he ended up opening up his studio in a city called Glen Burnie, which is not necessarily the nicest neighborhood. It's not bad, but it's not like a nice neighborhood. So he was there for a while, and now he moved his studio. But his work ethic is ridiculous. Thank you so much to Marty for joining the Elite. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Mel, how many years have you been married? We got married in 2005. So in a few days, we're going to have been married for 15 years. So, and we were together for about a year before we got engaged, from when we met to when we got engaged. Marinella says, I've been with my fiance for close to 14 years now, and he's living with me for over a year. He's one of the sweetest guys I've ever been with. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Aww. Robbie says that your glow when you talk about your husband is a true blessing to see this. He's amazing. He's an incredible person. Mel lives in Severn. Oh, nice. Very cool. Okay, we've got 1 more minute left. Julie's leaving. Bye, Julie. Happy G says, we're so privileged to have an awesome community. We are. We really are. I mean, you guys are amazing. And like, You guys bring me so much joy. Reading your comments just brings me so much joy. And I just want to thank you so much for being a part of my life. Like, really and truly. It just means so much to me that you care enough about what I have to say in order to watch. And I don't take that for granted. I don't. I appreciate you being here. Like, and when I say that, I really mean it. It's not just a script. I really, truly mean it. So, thank you, Miss Pookie's Adventures. Thank you for joining the Elite. Enjoy your sticker. Thank you, Sarah, for joining the Elite. I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Catherine's in Ellicott City. That's like a spit away from me. I used to drive through Ellicott City once a week to go to my best friend's house. She lives in Catonsville. So, yeah. When old Ellicott City got flooded, it was awful trying to get around down there. It was awful trying to get around. And those poor businesses. But anyway, I got to go. If you want to learn more about that, if you don't know the old Ellicott City thing, just search up on YouTube Old Ellicott City flood, and you'll see all the videos and everything. It was awful. And it's such a cute little town. Such a cute town. All right, I got to go. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Please keep in mind that this is a live chat, so therefore it is unedited. Therefore, sometimes I say things that don't come out exactly the way I wanted them to, or maybe I didn't articulate myself well. Hopefully I articulated myself okay, but this is not an edited video, so please keep that in mind. Thank you to Lola for joining the Elite. I appreciate you. Yay! Sarah's Nail Secrets, thank you so much. It looks like Sarah has a YouTube channel. We should all go check that out now. Everybody, let's all go over to Sarah's Nail Secrets and go check it out. And Ofra is here from Ofra. I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Sherry Ann, thank you for joining the Elite. Y'all aren't letting me go. That's okay. I don't mind. I'll hang out an extra minute. All right. I got to go, though. I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for being here. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you soon. Bad love. Bye.